Good morning everyone, it's Jo here from York Buddhist Centre on a Friday morning. I'm just waiting for people to join us in the next 5 minutes for a Metta Bhavana meditation, loving kindness meditation. So if you're watching this later on, do just take a couple of minutes to settle into your meditation posture, whether that's lying down or sitting on a chair or the bed or kneeling, just whatever feels most comfortable, and we'll wait a few minutes just for others to join in. I've got a nice cup of coffee here which I'm hanging on to as the first coffee of the day, if you might be able to tell from my voice. So I'm really enjoying this cuppa. Good morning, Jo here for the Friday morning meditation. We're just gathering, doing an online version of gathering. It's amazing to think that soon we'll maybe be actually gathering and waiting for people to come in a room and get the cushions organised and all that stuff. But for now we've just got our online gathering. Now, I don't know if any of you have said hello yet, but I can't see it. Let me just see if I can see the chat. Oh yes, I can see Stuart now. Thank you, Stuart. Good morning. It's good to have the to see the chat, just in case there's a communication issue that you can alert me to. So good morning, Stuart. I don't know if we've met or not. I don't think we've met in a workshop or anything. Oh, and Julie and Jane. Lovely to have you here. Just get yourself nice and comfy and start relaxing. And Jenny, good morning. And Helen and Graham, that I know better. I've met you both. Lovely to have you here, all here this morning. We'll just give it one more minute, see if anyone else wants to join in. Oh, good morning, Chris. Nice to have you here. And Philippa. We have two Philippas in our Sangha. One has a lovely dog called Pickles, and I think Philippa that's just joined us is the other Philippa. But yeah, what a lovely name. You don't often come across Philippas, but I've got a lovely neighbour called Philippa as well. So good morning. So 7 o'clock. So maybe we'll make a start and let others join in as they land. So it's nice to be with you this morning. It's felt like a bit of a long week since our last Metta Bhavana, although Shakipadar's been back, of course, doing different variations of loving kindness meditation this week, which has been wonderful. I wanted just to start by talking a little bit just about the worldly winds because it was actually last Friday during the day. I had a really strong worldly wind, and that might seem funny for anyone that doesn't study Buddhism, but really the worldly winds are all about. That's the name that the Buddha gave to all the ups and downs of life, and how we kind of get blown from pleasant states to unpleasant states and back again, almost constantly, really. And meditation and practice can help us drop an anchor, really, and see the worldly winds for what they are and not get so blown around by them. But even the best Buddhist practitioner still gets blown by the worldly winds, because we're human. So it was actually after our meditation last Friday, something kind of went a bit wrong at work, something that I'd been putting a lot of effort into, kind of failed basically. And I went on a real downer for the weekend, and it really affected me. I came up a little bit as I was working with Lynn in the Buddhist shop, and having that kind of contact with friends. But then, yeah, that's the kind of the biggest downer I've had for a while. And I was just reflecting today, you know, just a week later, that's passed over, and I feel my normal self, more balanced. But the worldly winds that the Buddha talked about are pleasure and pain, fame and infamy, which is really when you kind of want to be popular, and it's great when you're feeling all popular and as if people are liking you. But then when you kind of fall out of favour for a bit, or you just taken for granted, that's quite painful. So that's fame and infamy. And then there's gain and loss. So sometimes your bank balance is looking okay and you think, oh, I've got choices here. I could do this or I could do this. And then other weeks you kind of scrapping around for bits of change, or maybe you lose some money in some way, or it might not be about money at all. It might be about gaining attention and love and then losing it. So that's gain and loss. And the final one is praise and blame. And this can happen, in all areas of your life, where maybe you've done something really good and you get a good comment from somebody and you think, your ego gets a bit puffed up and you think, yes, I really am rather special. And then, of course, a few days later, you might get the blame for something, and maybe there's something you forgot to do, or maybe you've just been blamed fairly unfairly for something, and our spirits sink down. And it was interesting to just observe that, from when I saw you last on Friday. My spirits were really low over the weekend because of this perceived failure and this disappointment at work. And then just a week later again, I'm actually feeling fine, feeling balanced. So I guess it's good just to take a moment before the meditation to think, well, which of the worldly winds am I being blown around by today? And can I take a step back from that emotion and that Vedana that's been created by that, and think, you know what, this will change. This will change in a few days. It's just however well we organise our life and however diligent we are, things go wrong and things don't work out, and sometimes people don't really get us or click with us, and maybe we can imagine ourselves in a boat just sailing the worldly winds, not getting dragged down by them, or being able to drop an anchor, I guess, and just keep an inner sense of who we are while the worldly winds are blowing. So I hope that's helpful this morning, and I hope it hasn't set your mind off on too much of a whirl. So I'll stop talking now and we'll get on with our meditation. So just arriving and just taking up a good meditation posture. Really trying as much as you can to relax your body and mind. And just labelling how your mind is at the moment. Maybe it's in positive shape or negative or just neutral. And any one of those is just a starting point for today's meditation. We're going to open ourselves up to cultivating loving kindness and friendliness. Just taking some nice deep breaths. Just coming into the body. Resting your awareness in the body. And just having a little scan down your body. How is it feeling this morning? And when you locate an area that's maybe contracted or a bit tense, just using the breath to let it go a little bit more. Allowing it to soften. Just a little bit more. Just allowing your body to be held by gravity. And where your body meets the ground, just feeling it kind of melt into the ground as you relax. Now just resting your awareness into your breath, in the upper body. Noticing as we breathe in, rib cage expanding, as the lungs inflate. And not just in the front of our body, we can feel the lungs inflate in the back of the body as well. And that can be a really relaxing place to be aware of your breathing in your upper back. And with every out breath, just allowing your body to relax a little bit more. Just to arrive a little bit more. And as you breathe in, just being aware of the heart center or chitta, which is situated behind your lower rib cage, right in the center of your body. The center of a lot of our positive emotions. Just being in touch with it during this meditation. Just being aware of any sensations that crop up in the heart center. We're in the first stage of the Metta Bhavana. We're going to direct some love and friendliness towards ourselves. Just as we are this morning. Just a person blown around by the worldly winds. Can we look upon ourselves with a kindly gaze this morning? And really wish ourselves well. Sometimes it's hard to direct positive feelings towards ourselves. So if you're finding that tricky, that's okay. You could maybe try and think of one quality that you respect about yourself. Perhaps the fact that you're here doing this meditation, trying to feel more contented. That's a beautiful goal. Can you be your own best friend today? And really look after this tender human being who's trying their best from moment to moment. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be free from suffering. Now just bringing into our meditation someone who's been good to us, a good friend. Just allow someone to pop into your mind. And just invite them in. Maybe this is someone who's given you some good advice, or just been there for you. Let's look upon them with a kindly, loving gaze. Because we know that they're not perfect, just as we aren't perfect. They have days when their spirits are high, and days when they're affected by the worldly winds, and they may be unskillful in what they do and say that day. Can we open our heart to our good friend this morning? And really wish them all the best for the day. And just being open as you do this to your own heart centre. You may feel some warmth or tingling, or just a sense of the heart opening a little bit when you think about this good friend. And truly wish them well. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. Now letting go of our good friend for a moment and just allowing a neutral person to come to mind. Might be someone that you don't have any particular feelings about because you don't have a relationship with them. Might be a name on the meditation today, or maybe someone in the neighbourhood that you've never happened to speak to. Just a face or a name. And it's quite normal to have an absence of feeling about this person. And yet we know that they are a human being just like us. Going round and round on the wheel of life. Sometimes encouraged and positive. Other times really, discouraged and maybe even despairing. And this stranger has things in their life that are absolutely crucial to them. Can we direct that power of friendliness and kindness that we have towards them this morning? Can we really wish them well? And look on them with a kindly gaze. Maybe imagining smiling at them, doing something kind. Maybe a nice good morning, smile, making room for them on the path. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. And now allowing someone who gives us tricky feelings to come to mind. Someone that we just jar with a little bit, or maybe we feel irritated when we're around them. Just allowing them to pop into your mind. And just inviting them in to your meditation this morning. This person's quite difficult for us to be around. They trigger something within us that feels uncomfortable and difficult. And maybe sometimes we feel ill will towards this person. But as we sit here this morning, we can see that they're just a human being with a tricky mind. Sometimes acting skillfully and sometimes acting unskillfully. That they're blown around by the worldly winds, just as we are. Sometimes feeling blamed or as if they've lost out. And they have to cope with the difficult feelings that come up. And of course, like us, they will eventually become older and have illness and eventually die. Can we open our heart to this difficult person, this person that we find tricky? Can we wish them well, genuinely? And maybe imagining looking on them with a kindly gaze, knowing that they are vulnerable and that they do suffer. May you be well. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering. And just feel how you're cultivating positive emotion within yourself by opening your heart to other people. Can we now think of all 4 people together ourselves, a good friend, a neutral person, and the person that we find tricky. We all deserve friendliness and kindness. And maybe if you can imagine all four of you in a circle, all meditating together. May we all be well. May we all be happy. May we all be free from suffering. And just allowing your body to relax now. Just allowing any fruits of your meditation, warm feelings inside you, maybe a smile on your face, an open heart. Just resting in the awareness of those feelings. And maybe if the feelings are strong enough, we can spread that feeling of loving kindness using our imagination. Letting it beam out to all the people in our street, in our neighbourhood, in our town. Maybe we can direct it across the whole country and to other countries who may need it. Up into the sky, all the creatures, birds, and down into the ground, all the creatures that live down there. May we all be well. May we all be happy. May we all be free from suffering. Well, I hope you enjoyed our meditation this morning. I really did. I got a lovely feeling of metta this morning, loving kindness, and yeah, I think that will really help me with the worldly winds of the day, which will inevitably blow, on all of us at some point today. So I hope you have a lovely Friday. I'm going to be in the shop this afternoon with Julie, which will be fantastic. I'm looking forward to that. Hoping to be really patient with my skills on the till, which are quite challenged last week, I have to say. I'm glad I made you laugh, Helen. That's good. That's a positive emotion as well, isn't it? Have a lovely day, all of you. And I think we've got the lovely Eugenio next Friday, because it's the last Friday of the month. So we'll look forward to that. And I shall see you the week after. Have a lovely time and love to you all. Bye now. Bye.